Hello, it is hard to believe that it is April and it's time for your board report. We did have a very lengthy meeting, but a lot of it had to do with things that we're going to do this upcoming summer as well as purchasing for the upcoming school year. So first of all, we started the board meeting out by nominating new board elected officials. Jill Essery and Matt Mallinson, the incumbents, did win re-election, and then we did vote for who would be each of the officers. So the next 2 years, Jill Essery will be our board president, Greg Finke will be the vice president, and Denise Fears, once again, will be the board treasurer. Under consent agenda, we did have bills totaling $10,128,398.93. A little bit higher than what we typically see for this month, but still well within reason. Under superintendent's report, mostly I talked about legislative issues that are affecting the school district. The legislature has presented a budget for this next year. So in Missouri right now it looks like about $70 million more for education. Not all of that is general revenue money, so that does give me a little bit of concern. Whenever you start talking about the lottery as part of the appropriation, there's no, certainly there's no guarantee that that money will be there, but I always look to our neighbors to the west, and Missouri is far better off financially as a state and what they're doing for education. So still, I think we'll see an increase for next year financially, what we receive in the foundation formula, so certainly that's good news. Under new business, we did have a number of items, and again, it is for the fact that we're getting ready for next school year. We had our first two items dealt with finances, both lease certificates and bonds. So our first item was the authorization of a resolution to refund a portion of lease participation certificates. So this is no different than, say, your house mortgage. It's whenever we have a chance that the school district can refinance either a lease or a bond, we try to do that to save our taxpayer money. We did that in this case and saved about $900,000 on the lifetime of the lease participation certificates. Item number two is very similar. It was the approval of a resolution authorizing and directing issuance and delivery of general obligation refunding bonds. This goes back to the 2009 bond issue that we had in the district. In total, it was about $85 million. This is the refinancing of about $21.75 million of those bonds. Again, we had a great situation where we were able to refinance these bonds at a lower interest rate and save taxpayers about $2.2 million. Item number three was the approval of the 2016 summer school program. We again have the largest summer school program in the state of Missouri. So this was just setting up the sites and establishing the times for summer school. Item number four was the approval of the adjustment to the 2015-16 school district calendar. Honestly, this kind of coincides great with the start of baseball season. This year, you know that we did have one day, and I call it a blue snow day, that we gave off to teachers and all of our employees to go to the parade. Other than that, we had no snow days this year, so we are moving back the end of school to May 18th. And again, it was for great news that the Royals won the World Series. Hopefully, we'll get to do this again next year. Number five was the approval to accept bids for vinyl tile, linoleum tile, and carpet flooring replacement at Van Horn, Chrisman, Pioneer Ridge, Luff, Proctor, Bridger, Blackburn, Three Trails, and Williams Southern. This is part of our ongoing maintenance, so those buildings will see carpet and linoleum tile upgrades throughout their schools. Number six is the approval to accept the bid for athletic trainer services. This was an RFP that we put out to have services both at our middle schools and our high schools for athletic trainers. We had a good bid back, and we will continue to use Centerpoint Medical for these services. Number seven under new business is the approval of MSBA membership dues for 2016-2017. MSBA stands for Missouri School Board Association. This helps our school board members with ongoing training, and also they do offer some services to the school district. Number 8 is the approval to accept the bid for the renovation of the auditorium at Three Trails Elementary School. This is one I'm really excited about. We are going to take a portion of the elementary auditorium at Three Trails and turn it into 2 additional classrooms. Obviously, we do have space issues at some of our schools, and this is a unique way that we're going to add 2 classrooms at Three Trails Elementary School. Number 9, we have the approval to accept a quote for library furniture replacement at Blackburn Elementary School. So if you're at Blackburn, you're going to get new elementary furniture in your library. Good news for Blackburn Elementary School. Number 10 is the approval to accept the proposal for door replacement at Truman High School, Blackburn Elementary School, and Christian Ott Elementary School. This is a very large undertaking for the school district. At Truman High School alone, it's 159 replacement doors that will go in. If you've been in the schools, you know that many of these doors are still the original when these schools were built, so this is great for those schools. Number 11, we have the approval to accept the bid for flooring replacement in the kitchen at Independence Academy. One of the things that we've started to do in schools whenever possible, especially in restrooms, hallways, and in kitchens, is we're going with an epoxy flooring, and the upside to that is the floors never have to be waxed. So as we do improvements, we're trying to do this, even though it's a little more expensive. In the long run, it saves us a lot of cost in the labor. Number 12 under new business was the approval to accept a quote for Dell Chromebooks. We are, as a school district, putting a significant emphasis on upgrading our technology. As you'll actually see in the next 4 board motions, we are bringing in 1,400 Chromebooks at a cost of nearly $360,000. So again, it's one of the pushes that we're moving towards in the school district. And as you can see with number 13, it is the approval to accept a quote for a 10 gig network upgrade. Again, with all the technology we're implementing in the district, we do want to upgrade the ability to access the technology. And number 14 is the approval for the quote for Commvault. This is our cloud servicing for us being able to store items in the cloud. And lastly, number 15 under new business, again, was the approval to accept a quote for firewall and internet filter upgrades. As we move into April, obviously it is map testing time, and I do want to say thank you everyone for all that you do every day. As we go into this important time, I know our students are well prepared, and that's because of all of your work. So again, thank you, have a great April, and go Royals!